Hello, Storygoers, and welcome back to another episode of Tales in the Cartridge, the video game storytelling podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Eric.
And I'm your other co-host, Ryan.
And everybody, let's give a big round of applause to Ryan. He did it. He doesn't know what he did yet, but he did it.
I don't know it. I don't know what he did.
I warned him so that he had done something well. He has fought the fight for, I think, over a decade. I think when I first met you, maybe Ryan, even more so than a decade. When I first met you, you were firm on this stance.
Okay. Wow.
So everyone, you don't know it yet either, Storygoers. Give a round of applause. If you're driving, just visualize it in your mind. Don't take those hands off those wheels. We do not want to be liable for any injuries.
No.
We do not recommend. But Ryan, you did it. The U.S. penny is dead. They are
Oh yeah, it
minting
is.
It.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it sure is. It's very exciting. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. You've from the beginning been against the penny.
I have for a long time.
At first, I was against you for being against the penny. But I was also young and stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a big dumb. I have to say that when you're young, you are stupid, but I was just both.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's good to outlive currency. It's good to outlive physical currency.
It's nice to know everything's getting more expensive and that it's caused the death of.
It's no longer useful. The penny. Yeah.
I think I read it cost 3.6 cents to make 1 penny, which is why they I guess now pennies are very expensive now. They're worth a lot because they're a dead currency.
Oh, because they're dead currency, right? Yeah. So now you can collect them.
Yes. That's what everybody wants to do is collect pennies.
Collect pennies, yeah.
Or maybe do. I make fun of it, but honestly, if that's your thing, good on you.
Collect pennies, yeah. That's do what makes you feel happy.
Ryan, how are you? And what have you been playing?
I'm doing pretty good, especially good now that you reminded me the penny's going away. But overall, also doing pretty good. We had some dog surgery, nothing super serious or nothing that was super severe, but it has been, our household has been upended because our household mostly revolves around our dog. So when something changes in his life, it changes in all our lives. But everyone is doing good and recovering well. But outside of that, it's been a pretty good, chill time for the most part. Played a bunch of stuff. Some I've been playing for a little while, some I've just been dipping into. Ball X Pit. I just rolled credits yesterday.
Wow, good job.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a game where I see it's on your list, so we can talk about it when we get there, but it's a game that took me a really hard time to fully get into, and then once a couple systems open up, I was like, oh, this is so fun. Once it opens up, it felt like it moved really fast, and I couldn't put it down. For probably 3 or 4 hours yesterday when I got to that what felt like maybe the home stretch, but I've been slowly picking away at it since it came out. Which that was a great time. Anno 117 Pax Romana is out, which Annos are just really fun, city builder, but also infrastructure and production game. Is a really fun game, and this one takes place in Britain in the Roman times, so that's really fun.
Really?
So you're you're sailing out to an island, and this island has mussels, so you build a little mussel town that produces mussels and ships your mussels buff everywhere, and then ships your mussels back to Hungary where your actual Roman city is, and those Romans can enjoy the mussels. It's very fun. And Anno's a good time. Surviving Mars Relaunch just came out. I played a ton of Surviving Mars, which is again another city buildy game, but the cool thing is you're actively terraforming Mars as you play. So you're making Mars habitable as you're trying to build systems and structures. And that's been really fun and exciting. I haven't had a ton of time to play either of them because I haven't been when I'm upstairs, the dog can't go upstairs yet. So he's downstairs, so I've been trying to limit my time. But once that changes, it's going to go wild. And then, Eric, we played with our friend Dave, Are We There Yet? And that was so fun. And we rolled credits on that. And I feel like that was a really great time, and we did really, really well.
Yes.
And what a wild ride that was.
Yeah, actually, that game surprised me in ways I was not expecting as we were playing, especially in our last session. Of playing that game, but it was a very fun time. It was very fun, very jank. I shouldn't say very. It was pretty jank. Okay, yeah.
It was pretty janky,
but it had its charm though.
Absolutely.
For a game that I think was $8, $7, we got 6 nights worth out of it.
Yeah.
I think it's totally worth it. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Totally jank. There was times I really did not think we were going to be able to get past what we were on. There's a certain part that we were stuck on for quite a while that, though very funny at times, was just very difficult. And then you also sang a different part, saying Dragon Tales, which is
I did.
I was kind of losing it at the singing the Dragon Tales. I could not stop laughing at that for some
reason.
I
don't know what level of like, early aughts capitalist childhood I had that I like constantly, like every couple months, a random like theme song or like a commercial jingle like pops in my head, and it just lives there for a little while and then slowly fades in the background. And for some reason in that moment it was Dragon Tales.
That's perfect.
And that's what raised to my head in that moment. Because I watched a lot of TV as a kid, so much TV.
It was the 90s.
As a child. That's what you did. But yeah, so those would have been playing. Eric, how are you? What have you been playing?
I'm good. It has been wild here. I have a tree in my backyard. I have several trees in my backyard. Not to brag.
Nice.
not a stature of wealth by any means. Just more just a fact than anything. But part of it, I had like a tree where I'm not sure if there's a name for this kind. And it must be. I'm just
tree people name everything.
Yeah. Tree people have names for several things, tree related. But I had the one where it splits in two, right? Like it has a central base. One half fell over, one half broke from a windstorm. We get crazy winds here in New York State, but so that fell, and so it's been kind of like a whirlwind of things. But now there's been this deer that keeps visiting our backyard every morning to munch on the leaves, and it's just a recurring thing now. So it's been really fun. It's really cool to see this little deer and see nature, and it's very, very fun. So I'm very, very happy about it. Not happy that my tree broke, but honestly, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I can't control that. What I've been playing. I ran credits for Hades 2 a while ago, but I went back because I heard that there's like a true ending to it. No spoilers, of course. So I've been really busting at trying to get more into Hades 2. And I did not realize it gets so much harder if you will let it. From the pact thing, I forget what it's called, where you add the challenges to it. There's one challenge that changes a certain aspect of the game. That's a V spoiler. I'll tell you more if you don't know yet. But it for someone who's beaten the game fully and who can beat things pretty fast in Hades 2 with the upgrades, it rocked me. I was like, whoa, I feel like I just restarted this whole game and it's been wild. So that's been really good. The only thing I want to advocate for people who are playing Hades 2 and did not know this, I didn't realize this, when you are trying to increase your friendship level with other people, it's really smart to hit, if you're on the Steam Deck like me, hit up on the left like cursor button thingy, bring up the window that shows you your levels with each person. It'll tell you what to give them each time you want to give them something. Did not know that the whole almost 100 hours into the game I've played it. So I've been increasing my friendship levels like crazy with these people and unlocking more stuff and things. So, but I don't think I am even close to the final ending yet. So, I want it. I love Hades. Love Hades. So, I really want to get there. Anyway. I've been playing a lot of Mega Bonk, and I had to put it down because it was I was getting too into the weeds of it. It was that is a brutal game that just makes you either feel amazing or that you just feel crappy, and it just really depends on the run. Truly, it is equal parts so exhilarating and extremely frustrating. I just have to put it down. My literal ADHD is just not good for it. It's bad. So that is a game. I realize I get way more out of it from Hades 2. I get more satisfaction from playing a game like Hades 2. Mega Bonk's great. I highly recommend it for people who can put things like that down well. I just get way too into it and it's too frustrating. I had to put it down for my own sanity. I've been really not wanting to mention this in front of you, Ryan. And what you just said about Ball X Pit makes a lot of sense. I just could not get into it. It was really, really hard. I put an hour and a half into it, and I just felt like if this is kind of what the game is, I'm just not going to enjoy it. Just think about it. I just could not. I tried really hard to get to click, and it just couldn't. So I did a return on Steam for it. See if I can get back. I felt bad, but I don't know.
It's okay. It's all right.
But you saying that makes you feel like, crap, did I give up too early? But an hour and a half, I just feel like I gave so much already to it. I didn't get it.
Yeah, and no game is entitled to your time or money, right? Like, if it doesn't click with you, it doesn't click with you. And it's not like there are nothing to play right now, right?
That's
that
so
could,
true.
take that time. So if you're spending an hour and a half and it doesn't click, then just, move on. And I would say, for any game, right? Any game anyone plays. I mean, some people are, like, willing. There's some games... And I cannot play them. There are some games that take like 5 or 6 hours before you're like in it, and you're like everything clicks. A lot of JRPGs are like that, and because of it, I just do not have the energy to like power through. And don't do what you gotta do.
Yeah, time's valuable. I just felt like I couldn't.
Absolutely.
As much as you and my good friend Dave were talking about how much you were enjoying it, I wanted to play it, and it just didn't. Not to say it's bad. I think for the right people, it's going to be great. And like you said, I'm glad it clicked for you, and that you enjoyed it, which is awesome. So I'm really, really happy about that. So
yeah, it's a game where like it took me. There's a couple upgrades you get later that really like bust the whole thing right open, and then you start feeling like you win no matter what. And now it's just like, what fun can I do while I'm playing around? But again, it takes time to get there, and some that isn't always worth. If you're not having, I had fun getting there. Like there were times I would do like a one and be like, all right, that's all I want to do right now, and I would step away, and then I'd be like, oh, I'll do another one here or there. But I was excited to do those other runs, and then once I got to that, once things opened up, I like couldn't put it down. But I was having fun getting there, and if you weren't, it's not worth it.
Yeah, and for the record too, when I said, "Oh wow," that was a real. I wasn't being passive aggressive. Like that was like legit. Like it's like I was just thinking about it. Like for me, it just was not. Yeah, it was very very hard to kind of get into it more. But
yeah.
But yeah, so and then of course we beat RV there. Yeah, a lot of fun. Had a great time.
Yeah, so good.
There was a part of that game that made me really sad. I don't want to talk about it because it's a big spoiler, but it really left a kind of like a little hole in my heart about something, and I didn't like it. I felt really, really not great about it. But I'm happy we beat it. I had a good time with it.
Yes, absolutely. And
I don't know if we played since we last recorded. We must have. Maybe not. But
I don't
Borderlands
know.
4, I imagine we played that together with our good friend Dave Still.
Yeah, I think we talked about that in the last episode. I think.
Boy, oh boy, no idea what's happening in that show, in that game,
No idea.
I think Borderlands suffers from, and I have such fond memories of 2. I feel like 2 doesn't apply to this, but maybe it does, where I just don't think that. I think the more people you have in the game, the more fun it is to play, the less you are focused on the story. Yeah. And I don't want to play it without playing with my friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just feel like I'm never going to be able to understand the story when I'm talking about something else with you guys, or just focus on killing things as you do in Borderlands. That's the kind of the whole point.
Yeah, but I think you're right in that I remember with 2, I was like gripped. I don't know if that's because like I had played it, I had played it on my own, and then we beat it together, like separately, or what. But yeah, I was like incredibly gripped by the story of 2, and I was invested in what was going on in those characters. But yeah, like you, I don't feel connection to any of these characters or things, and it's a different format of game, right? It's an more open world, which sometimes happen. But yeah, I don't know, it's fun. But yeah,
it is what it is. But regardless, I'm excited to get back to beat it. I just don't know.
Yeah,
I just don't care. I have no motivation to play besides the literal us sitting down as friends and playing it together and having fun and talking about something that has nothing to do with Borderlands at all, and questioning what's happening. There's just no stakes in it, and I don't know. I'm curious. I wish I knew, and I don't think this is a question we will ever have answered, but because of what EA's quarterly report or earnings report, I have no idea about business stuff, but they basically said that Borderlands 4 did not hit the benchmark they were looking for in terms of sales, but they believe it'll get there over time, which it probably will. I'm sure it'll go on sale many times. It'll be bought in multiple different consoles and whatnot, but I'm wondering if because people don't connect with the story of it compared to how people connect with it gameplay-wise, if that impacts it at all, or if it's just the perception of the whole thing as a whole. I'm very curious about what is it that people did not gravitate towards 4, because I would say gameplay-wise is the best Borderlands.
For sure. Yeah, for
narratively,
sure.
I would say 2 still holds it for me. But then again, it's
absolutely
nostalgia. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to know. And I do think like it's a different world now, right? You're competing with so much more. Like when 2 came out, it was the only looter shooter. And really there aren't many looter shooters even around still.
Yeah.
But it was the only game of its type. And, when 4 comes out, it's competing against some pretty intense competition. And, you know, it wasn't like people weren't yelling from the mountaintops how incredible this game was, and that always hurts sales, right? If you see people excited about a game, sometimes you'll just buy it because people are excited about it, right?
Our creators.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah,
right. So,
I'd say also.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's just, you know, I think because they weren't able to capture that because of a whole bunch of reasons, you know, it makes it hard.
Yeah.
But I hope they're able to do something. I mean, like, I just love that franchise and I'm having a lot of fun, but like you, the build, nothing in my build has like clicked enough. I'm like, oh, I feel so powerful and cool. Same. And then also like narratively, it's like just kind of a bunch of nothingness. I mean, you can see that they're trying some stuff and they like put some characters in danger and they do stuff, but you've had no connection with these characters versus like, and I don't know why, and maybe it's just because, you know, games have changed, but I feel like I was much more connected to the characters of Borderlands 2. But also it's because they were the characters I played in Borderlands 1.
Right.
And that, you know, makes a difference there.
Yeah. I think, all valid. I think it's, I don't know. I'm sad that I'll never know the answer, but yeah, I would love to see it succeed. I also just really don't like Randy Pitchford very much.
Yeah.
And I don't even know him, but just for the things he says, it's just pretty, I don't know. But then again, he's just being his authentic self. I don't know if that's hurting anyone. I feel for the developers of the game. I really hope it does well for them. Yeah. It seems like a lot of people really put a lot of effort into that game. And gameplay-wise, again, I think it is the best Borderlands gameplay-wise that we've had. So, yeah, I just found a random, I'm guessing red pepper seed on my computer desk, and I'm trying to imagine how that got here.
Like a bell pepper seed?
Yeah, like
a little white round seed.
Little
seed.
Yeah,
it looks like a little bell pepper seed. Nice.
I love red pepper. That's weird. That's creepy. Is it creepy?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know what the. I guess it depends on your fears, right? Like, if you're scared of finding random seeds and red peppers. Yeah.
I'd be more scared of orange peppers. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Storygoers, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching our last episode of our discussion of Still Wakes the Deep. I actually bought it. I haven't played it yet, but I want to right now with my wife. I'm very excited.
Eric, I think it just came to PlayStation free this month.
That's okay, Ryan. That's okay because I have my Steam Deck, but next year I might have a Steam machine.
Yeah, me too.
I was going to ask you after this what you thought about that. I'll do this really fast. I want to get your thoughts if that's cool. As always, email your thoughts, feelings, and perspectives to talesfromthecartridge@gmail.com. All the E's are threes. I'm thinking about just seeing if a different email address is available. It's all way shorter. 5 years in, I'm like, man, I really don't think this email is helping us at all to get people to write in. But of course, you can find us on our social media. We're on Instagram and TikTok and Spotify Answers, of course. We actually don't have anything today. I've been really bad about TikTok again. Try my best, but we'll get there. I'll try to upload more. And of course, we're on Patreon if you want to do that too. But if not, that's okay as well. Rate us if you wouldn't mind. If you love us, you like these boys. That's worth 5 stars. That is worth 5 stars. Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful boy. 5 stars right there. Just don't give us 4 or below. And we don't deserve that. No. We try really hard at this. It's not perfect. Yeah. Nothing is. We definitely aren't. But we deserve those 5 stars. I really believe that. I would love your thoughts. Yeah, we don't know. No one wrote in since Still Wakes the Deep. That's okay. Things happen. It's a crazy time. Ryan, I would love to know your thoughts on Steam's Steam machine and the VR. I don't remember the Vision.
Maybe Vision. Yeah.
And then the controller too.
Yeah, I mean, I think you gave me a Steam controller,
yeah.
And I used it quite a bit. It's especially playing co-op stuff. It just doesn't feel like high quality. Like I got a Xbox Elite Pro 2, whatever the heck, and man, do those controllers feel like heavy and good. And after that, like every other controller feels like kind of a pretend toy for babies. I'm excited, especially if the Steam controller is of that quality. I will buy one immediately. And the Steam machine is so interesting because I'm interested in it. The price point's going to be huge.
Do you think so?
I mean, what they set the price at is going to make a huge impact on my thoughts, moving forward.
I totally agree.
Because I think Valve has enough money that they could run it at a loss.
I agree.
And they don't have to worry about reporting a loss because they're not a publicly traded company.
Yes.
It is just Gabe's yachts that they are impacting at this point. So I think like they have that capacity. It's just whether if what they will do or not. If they priced it like $500, man, I would buy one immediately.
Exactly.
Because if it's I think they're reporting between like the S and like the PlayStation Pro or like some area in there. But part of the thing is, and I don't know if I'm alone in this, Eric, or it's just because the types of game I play. I don't super care how, like, if games are running on high or not anymore. Like, as long as I can play them and have fun with them. And most of the games I play are like indie games or the huge like big production value games I play are all on PlayStation already, and they're made for that system specifically. So yeah, I'm and I don't have, and you have. I think you bought an Xbox, like a Series something at one point.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, an S.
Gift. Yes.
Yeah. And so I haven't. I'm really curious. Like, if I can run Game Pass on that thing, it's gonna be bonkers, right? Like, I'm really excited for, and I just I would rather, if I'm getting a console, I'm already in the Steam ecosystem where all my games I can just play there already. So yeah, I'm really interested, and I don't know if that's just because I really love Valve and what they're doing, and I'm excited about the stuff that they're making, and I love my Steam Deck so much. But there's a lot of games that can't run, and that really isn't much of a problem usually. But having the option to play some bigger games on my, that I don't want to buy on PlayStation or that aren't on PlayStation or is valuable. And I mean, I think the game I've played the most on my Steam Deck is Stardew Valley, and I've put probably 500 hours in that game on my Steam Deck playing in my living room. And it's a bit of a pain sometimes to like get it to connect and to connect controllers to the Steam Deck, and to have that be easier is like really valuable. And then if it also can run, but more things, it'll be great. I want to see more, but I am really excited, and I think I will, if the price is right, probably get one.
I would be. I mean, my thought process is I am thinking Steam wants this to be accessible to people, right? This is a living room console. This is something that is for an already existing group of people who already have so many Steam games that they probably bought on sale because it's so accessible. And I think you are 100% correct that I think a lot of critics, people who like talk about video games for a living online, are saying that like this is going to be a $700, $800 console, and I just really do not see it being that at all. I think if that was the case, if this was a PlayStation Pro level or Xbox Series X level, maybe that's not the same.
Yeah.
Equal. Yeah. If this is like a premium, if this is like a ROG, Xbox Ally, Asus, whatever $1,000 machine, I just don't see a world where Steam is really going in that area. They want people to double down on Steam. They want people to be involved in the Steam ecosystem, and they want people to have it be accessible to them, to a pre-existing library that they have built over decades of them being around. So this machine, and you're right, I think they can take a loss. They can easily take a loss. Gabe has so much money, I think he's fine taking a loss.
Yeah.
As long as I think everybody at Steam is safe, which I think they for sure are. Yeah. That I think that this has to be $500. I think $500 is the price point they want to go for. I think that it would get so many of the consoles in people's homes. And again, Steam has sales every week in some way, shape, or form. Boy, oh boy. I mean, I'm just reiterating what everyone else is saying. Xbox is in so much trouble.
Yeah.
So much trouble. I do not care if my computer is an Xbox. It definitely is not an Xbox to me. And I just can't. Yeah. I literally only use my Xbox to play Fortnite. Yeah. That's kind of what I only play it on. And I'm sure there's many other people who play Game Pass on their Xboxes, rightfully so. Makes total sense. I just think that for what is happening now, it just doesn't make any sense, especially now that they're bringing Xbox games to other platforms. It just does not compute to the idea that I don't want to involve myself in the Xbox ecosystem, because what's the point?
Yeah. And
if I want to get Game Pass, I can. I don't, and I probably won't. But yeah, and I have a huge, massive library of Steam games I've bought over the years. Why wouldn't I want to buy something that just coincides with that? And then I'll have my PlayStation for the exclusives. and my Switch because Nintendo's on their island by themselves.
Yeah, Nintendo does their own thing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I think I am really excited for it. I doubt I'll get the VR. I think that's going to be more expensive, surprisingly. I think that'll be a premium thing.
Yeah. I'm excited for what they're doing, and that they're like, it looks like so lightweight and easy to use. But I think for me, I was really excited when VR was like starting to become a thing. Yeah. And as more and more stuff has came out, I just I don't really care anymore. Maybe it's because I've never used it, right? And I'm not excited by it. And if the VR headset is really cheap, then maybe it would be valuable. I don't think it will be, though. I think you're right. I think you sell the Steam machine cheap, and then you sell the controller and headset for a little more pricey to make up your loss. And then Steam gets 30% of every sale, every single game they sell, which is a good chunk of change. So I don't think they have to worry. But yeah.
Yeah, I love the idea that I'm going to call it the Vision, the VR headset, right? They said, I think in the video they released, that you can just wear it and it doesn't have to be a VR game. You can just play your game and it's in front of you, and it makes sense, like a screen in front of you. Very cool. I just don't see a world where I have that issue. I think if I lived in a home where I had to share it with many people, and maybe the TV wasn't an access point for me in a moment when I wanted to use it, I could throw that on and play a game. It would be so helpful. Yeah. I'm not in that situation, and I don't think there's no VR game that I need that is that I'm craving a VR for. Typically, the people that love VR are like younger kids that I talk to from work as a therapist for kids. That sounded so weird out of context, but it's usually the younger generation that I think that is really gravitated towards VR. But again, I could be super wrong with that. I'm sure there's many people our age and older who like VR too. I just don't hear from them. I don't hear about that at all. It's super interesting. I'm definitely interested in the Steam machine when it comes out. I love the idea of it. I have so many games on my Steam, in my Steam library that I don't have on PlayStation, and sometimes just the idea of going upstairs to my computer just doesn't interest me. I don't want to do it. I played Hades 2 only on my Steam Deck, and I've loved it. So I think the accessibility, because I love couch gaming. I think I like that more. I think than sitting at my desk. So the idea of that, it just feels so appealing to me.
Yeah, and I mean, you also have, if you have the Steam machine, right, and the TV isn't available, you stream it to your Steam Deck, right? And you can play higher end games streamed to your Steam Deck as long as you have the Wi-Fi that supports it, right? Which again continues, it makes that thing more valuable as well. But it's really exciting and interesting.
I think that the Steam ecosystem is something that I like being a part of, if that makes sense. I think it makes me feel good for some reason. I don't know why. Not feel good, but just makes me feel like I enjoy being a part of that. Is Gabe extraordinarily rich and it's kind of insane and not okay because being wealthy is kind of arbitrary and silly? Yes. But I think comparatively it's like the lesser of all evils, if that makes sense, of the gaming world. So that's definitely a hot take, though, and I don't know if I really feel that way. I'd have to
I think Steam has spent a lot of time entrenching themselves as a core part, especially if you play PC games, a core part of that PC gaming identity, partially because they make a good platform and they create a good ecosystem. I think some developers don't love the cut they take, but I think I don't see your game if it's not on Steam. So I think Steam gets a certain amount of money because of that, and that's just kind of how the world works. And there is, whether it's true or not, at least on my mind, I still see Valve as this scrappy company of people who are out just to make cool games for make cool games and do fun things, right? Whether that's actually what it looks like right now, they've done a really great job of harboring that and creating that idea. And man, Eric, can you imagine if they announced Half-Life 3 when they released the Steam the Steam machine? Man, that would be cool.
So there is a thought going around. I'm sure people who are listening just already know this. If you're in the video game, if you love video games, you know the culture and everything. You hear the podcast, it's already being mentioned. This year, Game Awards will be on Amazon Prime. It is the first time it is being streamed on a huge network if you want to call it that. But in a way that people can make it accessible. I don't know if it's on YouTube still. I really hope it is, because I don't have Prime and I don't want to buy it. But I think it probably would be on YouTube still. I would imagine.
Sure.
It'd be a huge cut of So it being on Amazon Prime is huge, and I almost feel like it has to have something major. It has to be a big Game Awards for it to be on Amazon. They must be, I would imagine, very confident right now going into this that it cannot be a bad show.
Yeah.
Because if it is, I don't think they'll have another opportunity. This is a major opportunity for Jeff Keighley and the Game Awards to go even higher than it is now, especially with, sorry, we're going on the weeds here, especially with all of the, I forget the program they had. They had this program for that highlighted and encouraged creators of minority groups to showcase them and get them extra benefits and things like that, or get their needs met in ways to help them make video games. And you've seen them throughout other Game Awards where they've highlighted these individuals and they're part of this group. But essentially, it's just been just ghosted by Jeff Keighley and the Game Awards, and it has a very negative perception right now towards them. So they kind of need a win right now. And they really should go back to be helping these people also. But that's neither here nor there. So, I think going back to what this is all about, Half-Life 3, I think the potential is really there. I could see them going, here's a Steam machine, $500. Deadlock is going version 1.0 with the Steam machine. It's free to play, as well as, because I thought Team Fortress 3. No, I think Deadlock is the game.
Deadlock is their, it's their Team Fortress 3. Absolutely.
That is their Team Fortress 3. That is their League of Legends. That is their bread and butter. They're going to put skins out and things like that to get people in that ecosystem and buying. And then Half-Life 3. And I think once they release Half-Life 3, that will be the hype that helps them coast the next decade that the original Half-Life 2 did. To maybe get to this point now, even though it's been out for longer than a decade, but I think you get it.
No, it's I mean, I think it just passed 15 or 20 years or something bonkers like that. Because last year I think was the 20th anniversary, because they released that hour-long documentary that I watched on it. It was really interesting. Where I think Gabe went very close to bankrupt, and people were coming after him for money, coming up to the release of it. And then now I think he just bought a yacht with a submarine hangar in
it. He's doing quite well. I think Half-Life 3 is the only other game that, comparatively to the hype, it would probably be GTA 6. That it literally has become legend, the idea of Half-Life 3. I think most people who would play that, if it comes out, people who've never played the Half-Life series. But the idea of Half-Life, I mean, I haven't even played the Half-Life series. I've only heard the story from Tales when you went over. And I still haven't played those games, but if Half-Life 3 came out, I'd probably have to go back and play everything and play that as well. I'm sure that'd be a huge system seller.
Absolutely.
I think, and I honestly, here's my crazy prediction, which I think we should probably do a predictions episode for Game Awards and what we're going to see. Maybe that should be something we could do before it comes out. But, my crazy prediction that I will come back to this later is next episode when we do it, but I think Half-Life 3 could be free. I totally see that world.
If you buy the Steam machine, you get it free?
You get it free. I totally see a world where they do that. You bought the Steam machine, you are a part of this ecosystem, we care about you, we are so happy that you're here with us. Here is the legendary game for free.
They eat that cost to get you in the ecosystem, to then, every time you turn on your Steam machine, you see all the sales and all. I mean, it's every time I boot up the Steam Deck, I look at the store, even though I don't need anything, and I'm playing games already right now. 100%. Because what if something's there, right?
My wish list gets longer and longer, and then when it hits, you know what I mean? The new game, Possessors, just came out. It is not doing very well. And I was close to buying it. I was like, you know what? I'm actually just going to wait, because one, it's not doing great. It's getting a little panned right now, so I'm sure there'll be some updates to it. And I'm sure it's going to go on sale on Steam. Give it 6 months, it'll be on sale.
Absolutely,
I don't love thinking about it in that way. I know it takes away from developers too, but also in this economy, gaming's hard. So there's no right or wrong answer to it. I think that's just, as long as you're not torrenting it, I think you're good. You know what I mean? So regardless, anyway. Very exciting stuff coming. I am so hyped for Game Awards.
It's
really
next month, isn't it?
Yeah, it's less than a month away.
Yeah, well,
from this recording, I think, actually, let me look it up really fast while we're talking about it. and they announced. I'll just talk about it. They announced the. Oh no, it's tomorrow, Monday, the 17th. If you're listening to this, they probably already announced it. The nominees for Game of the Year, and all the nominees for all the categories are coming out Monday, I believe.
Wow.
So it's December 11th.
Yeah,
25 days until
away.
Wow. A month away. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, nominations coming mid-November. I believe, if I heard correctly, it comes out tomorrow. But yeah, live Monday.
Cool.
Nominations are tomorrow, which I wanted to explore. It. I really feel. I think there's six nominations for Game of the Year. Mm-hmm. I feel like we could name them.
I'm sure we probably could. Yeah, pretty easily. Yeah.
My big two, I think, for me is Hades 2 and Expedition 33. I do not know what I would pick between the two.
Yeah, they're both going to be on there. Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely, they're both going to be on there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think Hades lost Game of the Year. Hades 1 lost Game of the Year, so it makes me feel like I want Hades 2 to get this because I think they deserve it. But boy, oh boy, I love that
Expedition 33
came out and did what it did, and people are still talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the odds of them showing a trailer for the DLC and maybe even shadow dropping it, I think it'd be so cool.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Man,
pretty cool.
I love this time of year for games. Love
it's
it.
So fun.
My face just like brightens up when I change the screen. I really gotta get a ring light. Anyway, it's been 36 minutes.
That's right. It was a beautiful 36 minutes. Yeah.
Well, we won't take too much time, hopefully. But we'll see how this goes. So I have a wild idea. Trying to be the podcast that stands out from all other podcasts with two white hosts. Where trying to ask the real questions for gamers to answer. Not talking about the same old that every other podcast talks about. We ask the real questions here.
Yeah.
So I came up with an idea. What if we built together, you and I, Ryan,
as a team,
a Thanksgiving meal based on the vibes of each component of Thanksgiving and what they represent to us.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I will share my screen. You think I would have had this ready beforehand? Well, you would be wrong.
It was kind of ready. You made the art.
Yeah, I was going to pull it up for dramatic effect, but I didn't get to that point. But here we go. Okay, you'll see it on the screen here.
Wow.
So, beautiful. Is it showing? Yeah, it's good. Okay, so we have taken this illustration that I found on Google, and we have built the categories of what each component of Thanksgiving is. We have the turkey and stuffing together. We have the vegetables represented by the green beans. We have the cranberry sauce. We have the rolls. We have the mashed potatoes and gravy together. Are they separated in the illustration? Yes, I could not help that. And of course, we have the pumpkin pie, which is the dessert. Each one representing a different vibe for Thanksgiving, and we have to find the game narrative that fits each one. So for turkey and stuffing, we have the best in thought but doesn't live up to the expectations of what you thought. And this was what Ryan's contribution to this question is. You explained that more because I thought that you were 100% accurate about your perception of this.
Absolutely. So for American Thanksgiving, one of the centerpiece of any American Thanksgiving is the turkey that takes hours to cook, and you're just kind of sitting around waiting for the turkey, excited and hungry. And then when it finally comes out of the oven, I would say for the majority of my Thanksgiving lives, and probably for the majority of the lives of many, you get to the turkey and it's kind of dry and doesn't taste that great. And you've been waiting for a long time, and it's a bit of a bummer, a bit of a letdown. So that is kind of what jumped right out to me. I also thought, like, if we want to talk about stuffing, like maybe one thing was really, really great, but the rest of it just kind of falls flat for as exciting as you expected it to be. I
totally agree. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off like you were talking.
No, you're good.
Yeah. As your token vegan, I'd recommend just get the turkey. We don't need it. Yeah. It's so unnecessary. You can actually spend a little bit of money to hypothetically adopt a turkey in need of support, and you just get so much happier vibes from that than just dry turkey that didn't need to die for who wants it. You have to slather it in gravy to enjoy it. That's not something to enjoy. You can do better. That's my thing. I love the idea of this. The best narrative and thought, like, oh, I love this video game story. It's so great. No one says that, but I love the story of this game. It sounds like, and then you play it, you're like, oh, this did not live up to the hype of what I thought it was.
Yes. Yeah.
Mashed potatoes and gravy go together, as we all know. 2 peas in a pod. What is a solid story, but also has upon it a solid DLC experience too? Something that was also enjoyable that complemented it, which is like a fun experience. So we have the rolls, that was a hard one for us. We couldn't figure out. But what was the best dry narrative? It's kind of like, nah. Yeah. I mean, is that better? Do you have a better explanation for that, Ryan? It was just kind of like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it has an interesting story to tell, but doesn't tell it in an interesting way.
Yeah.
It's got something good there, but it doesn't do it well. Like it doesn't communicate that story in an exciting way. Yeah,
I'm excited. But it might be a controversial role.
Yeah.
We have the cranberry sauce, which we all know just ain't the vibe. It's scary. Yeah, if you like it, you're a braver person than me. Which really isn't saying a whole lot. I'm scared baby. As we all know, we're scared baby boys. So it's the best horror narrative. Easy, right? And then of course we have the veggies, which is the best short narrative. Because vegetables are important. And yes, I'm totally vegan. I'm going to advocate for vegetables. You need the fiber. You need it for many reasons. I won't go into it. Was the best short narrative for this Thanksgiving meal. And of course, last but not least, the pies. I'm a chocolate pie guy myself. Ryan, what pie would you prefer?
I really love a good fruit pie, a good apple pie.
Apple pie.
Any, but apple pie is great. Cherry pie is really good and delicious. I mean, chocolate pie is really good also.
It's not healthy. I mean, not like the mark.
But that's not that fruit pie is exceptionally healthy. But yeah, I love a good apple pie.
Yes. Love a good apple pie. I'm making for a Friendsgiving. I am making the apple pie, like the hand pies.
Yeah. Like little guys.
Very nice. Yeah. Very excited.
Nice.
Very excited. Yeah. That's our guilty pleasure. What is a story that like most people are like, that is not the best narrative. That's not the best story for a game. You're like, but I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but you love it.
Yeah. So that's it. And we're gonna build this this Thanksgiving video game story.
Build this plate. We're gonna build this plate together.
Look at that plate on Ryan's hand.
Yeah.
So sturdy.
So sturdy and strong.
Ryan, where do you want to start with this crazy idea? And hoping people are still with us.
I'm positive they're still with us. I have no idea where to start. I think I have like some ideas for some, but I don't know. I mean, the challenge here is every game that ever exists, right? And how do you create the best plate? But this plate's for us. It's not for everybody. And I think we have pretty similar experiences in video games. As like. Yeah. So I think we'll be able to make a plate that we'll both enjoy pretty easily. I think there's lots of good places to start. I have some ideas for some of them. But for some I have no idea. Okay. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I haven't played many horror games, but I have some horror narratives that jump right out at me.
Me too. Let's go there. Let's get the cranberry sauce out of the way.
Get the cranberry sauce out of the way.
Plate. It's too scary. It's in the shape of a can.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Some people prefer that.
I know, from making it with cranberries, it's bonkers.
I love fruits and vegetables. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. It's scary. Mm-hmm. I'm going to just throw it out there. First thought I had, but you know what? I'm thinking of a different one too. I am thinking of 2 games, same series, Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2.
Yeah, that's where my mind
went.
Both
those narratives.
Yeah, it's Dead Spaces. Yeah.
They're so good. I mean, you and I beat 3 together in our college days. Great time. Just not the narrative that.
No. Yeah. No, absolutely not.
But yeah, I'm thinking Dead Space 1. Dead Space 1 is a game that I hope we cover one day. Now that with our new format, I think we totally could, and it would be great.
For sure.
I love the story. I've said it before. I'm sorry if you had to hear me say it again. I love when a normal person is just put in a abnormal situation and they have to get through it no matter what. And Dead Space 1 has so many, not only is the gameplay kind of, I think, groundbreaking at the time with shooting the limbs and the way they want you to interact in the world, and the tight corridors and just the atmosphere of what it gives to you. I think the story is so compelling of this guy who's just trying to find someone he loves to make sure that they're okay, which I think is a story we can all attach ourselves to. And I think for Dead Space 2, it's kind of a whole different vibe of this person. Try not to spoil anything. If you want no spoilers for this game, please don't listen to this part. I'm trying my best not to spoil anything. Is a person who's gone through this horrific struggle and has really changed as a person and is still trying to persevere in a goal that is more than himself. And I think, and again, I feel like we can attach ourselves to the idea of what that would feel like, and it's very gripping. So that's where I'm kind of at. I don't know which to pick, though. I don't know which one stands out, if that is something we want to go for. Is there a different game you can think of, Ryan, that...
No, I mean, I think Dead Space was the first one that came to mind. I mean, Soma we talked about, and Soma has some things there, but I think it's like a different type of experience. And then I'm trying to think of other horror games. I mean, I think there's like Until Dawn, right, which has its own thing. Although I don't think Until Dawn's narrative is... What's interesting about that game is that you get to make choices, but I don't think that necessarily builds for the strongest narrative, which is okay, right? That's not necessarily the point. The point is to like that choice. But I don't think that narrative is as strong as Dead Space. I'm trying to think of any really good narrative-based horror games that aren't like bonkers. Like there's like Resident Evil 7 and 8, but they're like so... You need to know so much outside knowledge that it doesn't feel appropriate. Like on its own, I don't think it's particularly as strong. Really, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else like to even consider at this point.
Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1.
Yeah, that's a great one. Although I will say, like, it's a different type of horror. Like, I feel like I could get play through that. I couldn't touch Dead Space.
Yes, you could. I think you could.
No, too spooky. You can do it. Too spooky.
We should play it together sometime. I think it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm trying. Is there any other like really well done horror narrative?
I'm sure there is. I mean, everyone loves Resident Evil 4. Silent Hill 2 is a classic. People love. I just think
there's something about the accessibility of Dead Space, though, right? Like, there's like you kind of said, the narrative, you can connect with it really easily. Like Silent Hill 2 has a great story, but it's so abstract. And in its ideas and what it's trying to experience, which is a trope in horror, right? That there's like these abstract things that what you see isn't what's true in the world, and it's like means something else. But there's something so visceral about Dead Space and that narrative that it is hard for me to come up with anything better.
Yeah, and I think you brought up Until Dawn, which I think is a really good narrative, and yes, has many branching paths that kind of impact the quality of that narrative and like what it, and, you know, in getting through it. I actually just watched a playthrough because I love Game Grumps, and they just did a whole playthrough for October of Until Dawn, and I don't think they played the remake. I actually looked into the remake a little more, and they expound on the story, especially the beginning part of that. They kind of show you why all these people are friends. Because watching this game again, it really did not feel like any of these people were friends with each other. And it was kind of bizarre because I in my head I didn't remember them having this dynamic when I first played the game. Probably because I was so spooked out and I didn't want to not be ready for a quick time event that I didn't really notice how these people all don't really seem to care about each other, and it kind of took me out of that narrative a little bit. I will say though that they updated the ending to the remake, to the original story, and I think it's kind of interesting. I think it makes the narrative a little bit better. But overall, I still feel like it would not be the pick I would want on my metaphorical video game Thanksgiving dinner.
All right, here's a question for you, Eric, and I'm curious what you think, because I have a game in mind that actually I was thinking of for another piece. Would you consider Prey to be a horror game?
I would feel like that's more of like a thriller. Yeah. I like Prey a lot, though.
Yeah.
And the fact that we never got a sequel is crazy.
They shut the studio down. I think I'm okay to pass on Prey because I think I want to talk about Prey for another category.
Ooh, okay.
But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
It sounds, you know what, Ryan? This is our Thanksgiving. People can come to it if they want to or they don't.
Yeah, first thought, best thought. Yeah.
Yeah, first thought, best thought. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And if you have a different story, please, by all means,
Tell
email us. I dare you.
Come on.
I think, but I can't. I think I would have to pick Dead Space 1.
I agree. I think because I think Dead Space 2 is a really incredible game and the narrative is really strong. Yeah. But if you just played only Dead Space 2, I think you'd enjoy it. But I don't know if it captures like the same. I mean, you've played them more recently than I have, but I feel like there's something about the mystery of Dead Space 1 that when you play Dead Space 2 might a little bit be lost, or I do think there's like some better character development in Dead Space 2 and there's like interesting moments, but I think there's just something so special about Dead Space 1.
I agree. I think that when you see all the little things about that game that elevates the narrative, like if you know, you know. Sorry, I need to get rid of this. I can update the in Paint. Update this document in Paint. If you know, you know. When you look at the first letter of each title of each chapter, it says something. It says something that I just think elevates that story even more. Right? It is such a deep story that is heart gripping. Is that a word?
Heart gripping. I don't think I've ever heard heart gripping. I think there's heart wrenching and
heart wrenching's a good one.
And gripping.
I like heart gripping. It's heart gripping in ways that I just was not anticipating, and it's only after the fact that you realize something else that it's like, oh my god, that moment was even more like wild. Like it is just I think it is still one of the best horror narratives, and the idea that we will not get we are likely not to get a Dead Space 2 remake. Is just a tragedy. Truly absolutely. Tragedy. So I will at this. I will put Dead Space 1. Dead Space 1.
Can we make it in a different color?
No.
Okay.
Just kidding. We totally can, Ryan. What color are you feeling? Red?
Probably cranberry red. Yeah.
Is that I should probably make this bigger too. Microsoft Paint. What are you doing? You are putting all this money into Microsoft for what? For Xbox for what?
Well, the thing is they're not putting their money into it. They're actively extracting money from it.
That's fair.
I think that looks great.
Okay, is that good enough?
I think that's great. Yeah. I think that's great.
What? Sorry, it's like Sunday and it's just like. The world
we never record. Yeah, we never record Sunday like late afternoon on a weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about. I think the only time it's ever worked out really well is our first year we did Red Dead Redemption's DLC.
Undead Nightmare.
We did it at night, and I remember just hitting in a way that I was like, "Wow, I'm so happy we did it in the dark. That was great. This is just not the atmosphere I want to do that in." What was the category that you thought of for Prey?
All right, so I think it could go in two different categories.
Whoa! Oh my god!
I think, but it only counts if you have played it. So I think solid story, but also solid DLC. I don't know if you ever played Moonshot, Eric, but was it cool? It was like a full roguelike, really? Where like each run was different, and you found different power ups as you went on the run, and it told this like unfolding, expanding story of Prey. It was really cool, and just built upon this really cool game. And I also think Guilty Pleasure could work because no one knows Prey is like, it feels like it has been lost to the world, and I feel sad about it.
That is so true. That game has one of the wildest openings and one of the wildest endings that I've ever played.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's such a good point. I really feel like I didn't play the DLC, so I can't. Trust you. I trust you. I trust in your perspective of that. I definitely feel like for best Guilty Pleasure. It makes a lot of sense to me. Why? I think
let's like table it for when we get to best Guilty Pleasure because I think I have some other ones that might be good fits. But I'm gonna type it so we don't forget.
Yeah.
Is there other
these off the cuff? We're not googling anything.
We're gonna try and keep it right off the dome. It means we're gonna miss things, and that's okay.
And that's okay. If you have a different thought, then please tell us. We'll go over it next episode. And if you are right, we will admit fault.
Yeah. We will.
I'm not proud.
No, me either.
I talked over Ryan. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm not proud of myself. I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong. If anything, I'll tell you that you're right.
Yeah.
I think,
Go for it. All right. Is there any other categories that feel like you're being pulled towards?
I have. So okay. Here's. I want to jump back to solid story and also solid DLC. Because I have a wild take, and I think people will not enjoy this take. Some people will. Some people won't.
Okay.
BioShock Infinite and its 2 DLCs I thought were solid. I thought were great. I love the narrative of BioShock Infinite. And I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
I love that. Oof, and that ending. And all of it. Yeah. The story, the base game, the ending of the DLC 1, which was wild to me at the time. I did not see that coming. And then the DLC 2, that ending was crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. That jumped to my mind too when we first started talking about this. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great one.
People, I think BioShock Infinite is so underrated, and I think what they were trying to do was so ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I just can't not love that game. And I really have I would love to know, truly, to challenge my perspective, I would love to know people's perspective on why this game was not a good game. Because there are many people who don't think Infinite was a good game.
Yeah, that's really interesting. There are some narrative beats in it that I think didn't land. Like, it's not that they didn't land, but I think that they weren't as strong. Like, I don't agree with where they were trying to go, but I don't think, in my mind, I don't think you can argue that it isn't like an incredibly immersive game with a really incredible story.
Yeah.
And that finishes so strong, and absolutely. And I did really enjoy those DLCs. I think like you and I were like getting our mind. At least I don't know if this is true or if this is just a created memory of mine, but I remember like us experiencing them somewhere around the same time and talking about it. Because I remember that being a really wild time when those DLCs were coming out.
Yeah, I feel like I think you're right, because we were both in college, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
I'll say I have stories about BioShock Infinite, the real world that happened to me, but like nothing crazy. But like, I'll share that. I actually, you saying that makes me want to go and cover that story sooner rather than later. I'd love to know your perspective on, and other people's as well, about that narrative. I think, for me, it hit a lot of, looking back, maybe the hype doesn't hold up because it's been, I think, 3 years since I played it. It hit all the beats for me. I think it was kind of everywhere, but it made sense why. But we can get that in a different way. I just think as a story, as a narrative, it was going in places that I had really never have gone to before. That
for sure.
Now we are seeing a lot in our culture of things, like you know, in different ways. Not to give it away, but we were seeing that a lot in what movies are doing now and TV shows are doing now. That I think it was, again, ahead of its time what it was trying to show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have any other ideas for solid story and DLC?
I had 2, but I think one vanished. Another one I thought of is Borderlands 2 and Tiny Tina.
Yeah, that's a great one.
The Tiny Tina DLC, both because it was D&D related, and also, man, the emotional hit of that game, that DLC is like so impactful. Of like, that was the first time that I thought that that like opened my mind to, like role playing games can actually be how you work through something and how you process something. And then that in the world of Borderlands, I think, was really meaningful and great. And then I had another one, but I think it's gone. I think it's vanished from my mind. But that one and BioShock were the first 2 I thought of. BioShock Infinite were the first 2 I thought of when we talked about this category.
I mean, this is our Thanksgiving. I'm happy to load up mashed potatoes and gravy if you want to.
We want to do too. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think Borderlands 2, in terms of a story, I don't, personally speaking, of course, not saying this is like the way of looking at it, but I think narratively, I have more of a BioShock Infinite grips me more than the story of BioShock, or than Borderlands 2.
Absolutely.
Handsome Jack. There are moments in that game. There are story beats in that game though that are extremely impactful.
For sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. I was not anticipating that. I still have not felt in ways that I did back then. Like in terms of a Borderlands experience, that is the narrative that hits me the most.
For sure.
Again, in ways that no other Borderlands has ever been able to, besides the DLC.
Yeah.
That had the most emotion. That was extremely gripping. The mission where you find your old friend in animal form and what happens with that was very emotionally impactful in a way that makes you feel something in ways towards the villain and such. And I don't know. I think both are great. Yeah.
I do think I will certainly concede that I think Infinite overall as a narrative experience is stronger because I think it is just like trying to tell a different type of story where I think Borderlands got there, but maybe that wasn't. It got there, but I don't think it was I don't think it was as strong. So I will agree to that. I do think Infinite has a much stronger narrative and emotional impact, and it is asking bigger and more interesting questions instead of just like telling a story that is well written, right? Like I think the reason Borderlands 2 sticks out is because it is well written, where I think Bioshock Infinite is well written and then also is trying to say something really interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I'm happy to do solid story.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay, I do agree with you about Borderlands 2 though. I do feel like that is a game that really did a great job narratively.
Yeah, and then we gave it some time to shine. We talked it through. I think that's an honor in itself.
Yeah, you're right. You're welcome, Randy. Enjoy that.
Thanks, Randy. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
We've got 2 delicious dishes sorted out. Where are we going next? I mean, I have... Go ahead. Yeah, please. Go for it.
Oh, I was just going to throw one out there. Best dry narrative.
Yeah.
Okay, so best dry narrative is like one where like it did a job, but it was like just not where we were hoping it would go in the way that it was shown through the game.
Yeah, I think it's like... because that starts to dip into turkey territory, but I think it's like I think it's like the story. We are making this up, so feel free to guess. It's like it's the story it's trying to tell is interesting, but it doesn't do a good job of telling it.
Yeah, whereas the turkey just is not great.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was a lot of hype behind the turkey.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would say for dry narrative. I feel like this is gonna be so controversial.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry because I do like this narrative. I just think in the way it was executed was kind of dry.
Yeah.
Firewatch.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's in the way that it was packaged. There are moments in that game where what's gonna be so helpful when people have video of this as we're talking. You know what I mean? Oh, that's so cool.
Be able to watch.
Just talking this through. Yeah, they can watch it cool as we talk about nonsense. What's great about Firewatch, there are moments where like wow, this is so gripping. That moment when you are in your tower and you are looking across the other tower and you know that the person in that tower is talking back to you to that radio and you can't see them. You see their silhouette faintly from the distance, but you know you're talking to them. It's this weird gripping way of telling the story. But when you're walking through the woods, just could not. It just didn't connect because I had this constant. I think this is intentional, but I think it almost took away from the narrative of fear that something's going to happen to me while I'm by myself in these woods, and it just did not grab me the way narratively. I think it could happen a different way.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thank
you. Any ideas for you, Ryan? No pressure.
The first thing that came to mind is this, and I don't know.
Oh snap! It's a big one.
Eric, how do you feel about Skyrim?
I'm okay with this.
Right?
I'm very okay with it.
And I don't know if this would be better turkey territory, but
oh God, right? You're making so many enemies now.
Here's the thing: Skyrim is a very fun game. I don't think the overall arching story of you're a special dragon boy and you need to go your special dragon powers to save the world is I haven't played this game in a long time, also, so maybe this is why.
Me either.
But like, I don't know if that narrative. Like, I think the idea of being this like superpower being who has dragon magic is really cool. I don't remember being particularly engaged or excited in the way that story was being told, other than just like go here, do a thing, go here, do a thing, go here, do a thing. But I don't know if you could. I don't know. That's what jumped to my mind right away. Is Skyrim.
Yeah.
Because I don't think how you explore that story or how that story unfolds is particularly interesting or good. But I don't know if the story was ever good, so maybe that's not a great one.
I think, I totally see what you're saying though. I think, I mean, I think you kind of get lost in the weeds of what Skyrim is doing. It's so,
absolutely, what its goal was, right?
Yeah, because I think it kind of takes away from if I remember correctly, maybe this is not fair of me to say, the specialness of being the Dragonborn and what it means, but I could also be forgetting things. Something that's not totally fair, but again, at what point does an experience take away from the narrative? And typically, the longer the experience, the kind of more I feel like the narrative is lost. Like, what is Witcher 3 about? I had no idea.
Sure. I mean? Okay.
And I feel like that could be maybe possibly a part of this too.
Absolutely.
In the narrative thing, I think the longer an experience, the more difficult a task is to hold you in the narrative of what's going on. Yeah,
unless you really go like episodic, or you find a way to like have arcs that conclude over the course of the experience, which I think like Red Dead 2, which I don't know. Did you play Red Dead 2?
I didn't get into it as much as I wanted to.
I think
sorry everyone, don't hate me.
It's okay. I think Red Dead 2 has these like arcs where you like complete an experience, then you like wrap that story up, but you're still in this wide world that I think helps frame that narrative. And sometimes it doesn't land, but I think that helps in a big world where maybe that's a good point there.
Yeah, I think Skyrim's a great answer. And now from that conversation, I also think like, we're just making enemies. No one's gonna be standing at this table with us, and that's okay, Ryan. Got you. That's all we need.
Yeah, that's all we need.
And now I'm thinking like GTA 5. I have a dry narrative to me. I didn't think it was that great because that's not what the point of GTA is. And so, granted, not to take away from what people did to that game and the experience they wrote for it. I'm sure people worked really hard on that narrative. It just was not a narrative that was like gripping to me.
The goal wasn't. You're right. Or maybe the goal was, but that didn't land. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that feels like more dry, like even more dry, like is like almost unenjoyable to experience, but you want to, like, you want to keep playing because you want to see the end, but the actual experience of it is not fun. Yes. But I'm trying to think of what that would be.
Oh man, there has to be more. I'm sure once we get off this, we're gonna turn the cameras off. We're gonna turn the recording off, and all the ideas are just gonna flood.
Think of so many things.
Yeah, we'll have a revision episode later.
Yeah.
Maybe Far Cry 4.
Oh,
or 5.
Yeah, or 5. Yeah, or 6. Is
there 6?
Isn't 6
God, there was a 6.
It did terribly. Yeah, they got the Breaking Bad actor to be the villain in it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Juan Carlo Esposito?
Yes, exactly. Good
so
pull.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, they made it 6. Yeah.
The Far Cry series. 3 was good. I like 3.
3 was good. People really liked 3. 4 had some moments, but overall, I don't think was like a great narrative experience.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Also.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just being a negative guy today. I don't mean to be. I don't want to say it, but I feel like I have to.
Okay, you can say it.
Am I safe here, Ryan?
Yeah, of course.
Is this a safe space?
Yeah, I mean, we are like broadcasting it and putting it out into the world where anyone can listen, but in this moment, absolutely.
Yeah. And if you listen to us on YouTube, by the way, thank you. We had the most views. I mean, it's only 50 views on YouTube because it's a platform we've just started really using. But it was fun to get 50 views. That was so cool. We get more on other platforms, not to like be defensive about it, but like it was really cool to see like the uptick on YouTube. It was really fun. Anyway, just to blow that all up now from this mention, I think Spider-Man 2 had a really narrative.
Oh, interesting. I didn't play it, so I'm gonna lean on you here.
I don't think we should follow each other if we haven't played the other one. If one hasn't played the other, to validate it. But much more appreciated Spider-Man 1's narrative. That was a game I felt like was gonna be. I could not. I was just ready to be done with Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. But you powered through because you wanted to see the end. Interesting. Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, traversing that world, so much fun.
Yeah.
The gameplay, so much fun. That story was just rough. I was ready for that story to be done. But let's not include that one. I liked your Skyrim pick. I thought that was a good pick.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to know because it's a game I played so long ago, but it feels like a. But the reason I'm struggling is because Skyrim as a game is fun to play.
Yeah.
Or at least I had fun playing it. I just didn't care about the story, and I don't know if I'm inverting in my mind what I think of the right narrative, which is like the gameplay isn't very fun, but the story is kind of interesting enough to drag you forward. But maybe I'm thinking about that wrong.
I think you're thinking about it respectfully wrong. I think when you eat a bread roll, you like the way it you like the texture maybe of it as you're chewing it, but it's just what is it doing? Unless you're
it's not satisfying, right? Yeah. Like it's not satisfying. Okay.
Yeah. You enjoy eating it for eating's sake, but it's not like you're getting a flavor blast in your mouth.
It's
that's
true.
A way of saying that.
No, that's a very millennial way to say it.
That's probably the commercial that just stuck in my head forever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's like, will I eat 12 rolls? 100%. Will I enjoy all the rolls? No. Unless I'm dipping it in mashed potatoes and gravy, like, what are we doing? Or I'm putting copious amounts of butter on it? No. Like,
Yeah, that does make me feel like Far Cry was a very good, a good one.
There's multiple dinner rolls, Ryan.
Yeah.
Put it all out there.
The Far Cry franchise. So cool? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Put whatever.
Skyrim.
People can pick and choose.
Far Cry. Oh, geez, I gotta move that. 4, 5, and 6. And we'll do GTA 5 too.
Just really put it all in there.
Really destroy the fan base of Tales from the Cartridge.
Yeah.
Can I make this smaller? No. Yes? No.
I think you want to make it longer.
Oh, it didn't work out. Well, you see it. We'll go over at the end of the game.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to redo it.
Absolutely. Okay.
I have answers. I really liked your answer for best guilty pleasure, and I'm sure I have another one I would like to.
I have another one too. I almost
think we should get through the best short narrative. Let's be real. We eat the veggies first to get out of the way, so we can enjoy.
Get out of the way. I was thinking the exact same thing, Eric. Yeah. Okay. Short narrative. Best short narrative. We're
thinking like 2 hours tops, right?
Yeah, like really short. Like you can jump in, finish it, and then like in one sitting, can knock the experience out. I mean, short narrative. There's a couple that jump to mind immediately, but I'm trying to tamper. Those are the only short games I can think of right now. Also,
Ryan, you live your truth.
Okay, so
who's to say you're wrong? Anyone?
So the ones that jump to mind right away are Short Hike and Tiny Croc Game. I don't even remember what it's called. There's also like a very short, cute little game. Those jump to mind right away.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. If there's any other like short narrative experiences? I'm sure there is, but I can't think of them right now.
A Short Hike's what I was going to immediately. Also.
Yeah, such a cute little time.
Yeah.
Such a good story.
Tiny Croc Game. Yeah.
Is it Tiny Croc Game? Yeah.
My face is a lot darker now.
Good morning.
Tiny Croc Game. Yeah, I think that's what it was called, right?
Nope. It's called Lil Croc Game.
I feel like we can't probably use this one now because we don't even know. We know the game.
Yeah, but I don't think you can. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So we got a Short Hike. We have what else is like a short, tiny narrative experience that is great?
I'm thinking like I would even consider DLCs a part of this if we really had to.
For sure, yeah. If they're short, if they're on the short side of things,
if they're on the short side, yeah.
If they're like a short, full experience.
It's interesting because like I think short narratives are so rare, in what they are, that it's kind of like it's hard to even think of them in this because so many games are so long now. It's really hard to keep up, but.
Yeah, I know there are games that I've sat down and like played and was like, oh, that's really lovely. I really enjoyed that, and then moved on. but they're not coming to mind right now. Short Hike is the only thing coming to mind right now.
Yeah, same. This is the one I'm brain farting on really hard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sorry,
Short
veggies.
Hike.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
Short Hike.
I think it is. I mean, I think we'll think of probably if you have one, Storygoers, let us know. This is one
Let
I
us
think
know.
that we
I'm
need help
sure.
with the most. But I have
forgotten.
other ones for. I have games for other categories, but yeah, short narrative. I want to play more. Gone Home.
Gone Home.
I liked that for what it was. And it's been literally 10 years since I played.
Where Remains of Edith Finch, right? That's another one. Another short one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now they're coming to mind. Now they're coming. Now, not for me. Now I'm gone now, but they were for that moment.
They were for the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many good ones. So many. We just pull them.
So many.
But no, I think those are all three solid.
Yeah. Let's enjoy A Short Hike. It's a really lovely game. If you haven't played it, it's short and just the sweetest.
Yeah.
Coziest, most feel good game. All right, Eric. Do we want to I think I've got 2 for guilty pleasure. I don't know if I have a big one. Well, I think I maybe have one for best in thought, but doesn't live up to the expectations. All right, I think I'm only thinking only one is coming to mind right now.
Do you want to do turkey and stuffing first, or do you want to do?
I think we should do turkey and stuffing first.
Okay.
I think we should finish with dessert.
Okay. Oh, I have 2. I'll throw one out. You throw one out. I throw one out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for following me on that one. Okay.
Yep.
All right. First one. I'm gonna go with the one I feel lesser about, and I'll save the one I feel more about.
Okay.
Okay. For the record, I like this game. I like this. I think it's really great.
I think the stuffing pieces that we enjoyed the game, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it didn't live up to what we wanted it to be.
Okay. Then I feel even better about this. Thank you for clarifying. Yes.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it.
It's full of stuffing.
Yeah. Deathloop would be the game.
That's a really good one.
I like
That's
it.
a really good one.
It has great elements, and I love Arcane Studios. I really don't love that Microsoft owns them now. That bums me out in ways I cannot express to you because I am a huge fan of a certain series I'll probably bring up for my guilty pleasures. But Deathloop, I think, has fantastic qualities. I love the gameplay loop.
That's
I think
such a good one.
It's a good game where the talking, at least when you're playing on PlayStation, I don't know about other consoles, but like Julie, the girl that's trying to kill you, is talking to you through the PS5 controller, the DualShock controller.
It's so
such
good.
A fun touch. I think though it just didn't live exactly to where I wanted it to be, and maybe that's a fault of my own. But yeah, I think it was kind of the same way for a lot of people playing that game, where it just
I fully agree. Yeah, that's such a great answer. Yeah.
Just get ready for another one I got. Okay. I'm curious what you think, Ryan.
Okay.
Maybe it's the same one.
I wonder if it's the same one. All right, are you ready? God of War Ragnarok.
Whoa! Oh my God, no! Whoa! Okay.
I loved this game.
Okay.
I loved so much about this game. I don't think it was as strong as the first one.
Oh, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
But I think the story gets more complicated, and when stories get more complicated, they don't land as well. I think there are so many. What I'm struggling with is there are so many moments I loved about this game, and it finished a story that I think was beautiful in how it finished, but I don't think it was as strong as I wanted it to be.
Wow, that is a good pick. And the stuffing is the DLC, because boy, oh boy, I love that DLC.
Yeah, the DLC is absolutely beautiful.
So good.
Beautiful boy, DLC. Ugh. Boy, oh boy, that DLC is incredible.
I said that like truthfully. I said it, I had passion behind that boy, oh boy.
You did. You sure did.
But you're right. I cried at the end of the first God of War because of the emotional impact.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Beautiful story. And the baggage that I carried for myself and how it translates. So it was a great story.
Yeah.
You're right. I did not have the same emotional impact of God of War.
There were like incredible moments in Ragnarok.
Yeah. Great game.
And where it finished, I think it finished like... I liked where it finished, but I don't think it hit as strongly as the first game. Because again, the first game was like a fully complete, beautiful story. And the second game was like, what about more? And that more, I enjoyed every bit of it. But I don't think it like narratively was as strong or was as tight as I wanted it to be.
Yeah. I think they could have, and I think there's a reason why they didn't want to split this game into 2 games. It maybe wouldn't have been enough of a game.
Yeah.
If you had split it, but yeah, there's a lot of things going on in that game.
Yeah.
That kind of, it could even go into maybe dry narrative in a way, but like not so much as Skyrim, Far Cry 4, 5, 6, and GTA 5. But yeah, it definitely was. It was not maybe living up to quite the expectation that I think a lot of people had. That's such a valid. That's a really good point. I was a little taken aback when you said that, but I think when you explain it, it makes so much more sense that way. Yeah. Okay, I'd love to give you mine.
I can't wait to hear it.
It's not the same as yours, obviously.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this game for what it is. But again, there are elements to the story that took me out of it so hard. Far Cry 4, Fallout 4.
Okay. Yeah.
The narrative of that game falls so hard for me.
For sure.
In a way that, because I like Fallout for what it is. I like the elements that Fallout has. It does, again, the same problem with Skyrim and not GTA, Skyrim and maybe even Elder Scrolls at times, where like the Witcher 3, the longer it is, the harder it is to really be caring about that narrative.
Yeah, and a big weakness of that is like the whole point of the narrative is it's time sensitive, and then it like is constantly giving you other things to do. Right? It is a world that you're open to explore, but your son's out there who like kidnapped, right? Yeah. So there's this like dissonance of I'm having fun. Ooh, I want to go check out this part of the map. My son's missing, but I haven't been to this question mark yet, right? Like that is like this cognitive disconnect. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. I love the idea. If they ever get to this point, Todd Howard, if you're a fan of the show,
obviously,
if you're listening, I think a Fallout narrative where it literally is, you are a vault hunter, we thawed you out, and now you owe us. You need to travel and find something useful for me. There's something valuable for me not to kill you. Yeah. And then you're kind of just like adventuring in this world you have no knowledge of, would be kind of a fun time. I think
for sure.
It gives you that and narratively speaking, that motivation as a character to explore and learn about the world. Whereas you're right, you are this parent trying to find your lost kid who, you think is alive, right? And
you fully think that. Yeah, absolutely. You see them get kidnapped, right?
Yeah, so you know that there's something going on with them and their whereabouts. But yeah, it's like, well, I also needed to uncover this and the other, and I have 20 side quests I gotta go do.
Yeah, and I gotta build this really cool castle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a big cognitive dissonance there.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I was. I think I love Fallout 3, and of course, New Vegas is the best. Yeah. And just 4 did not hit. Plus, they just released the anniversary edition, Ryan. $60. Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I think they did the same thing with Skyrim, didn't they? Release at full price every single time. I don't know.
You're probably right.
Guessing.
I didn't play
it. Yeah.
But you know what? Honestly, you made a really compelling argument for God of War.
I agree. I do think Deathloop is perfect.
You think so?
I do.
I like both the answers. Can we put both answers down?
We can put both answers. Down. Yeah, the thing, because at least with Deathloop was a game I was so excited about. Like, Arcane's making a new game. The last game they made was like Prey and Dishonored, and it's like, it's like a mystery game where like you can go anywhere you want and the world will change, and then it just like actually the world doesn't. You have this one path you have to take.
Yes, it's the same route you have to take every time.
Yeah, exactly. That just it just
Whereas other games that Arcane has made did such a great job at giving you so many avenues that when you loop over and over again, it takes away the fun of finding new ones. Eventually, you get used to what you're doing. I mean,
and there's a right way. There's and that right there feels like not like anti to what the game was trying to do.
Yeah. All right. We're on the last one. What a great meal we've built so far.
What a great meal we've built so far. We've only made people angry, but we've made a great meal.
Yeah. I think we made people happy with Dead Space. Maybe.
Yeah.
A short hike. Yeah.
Yeah.
But guilty pleasure. We can't
guilty
go wrong
pleasure.
With guilty pleasure.
No, I've got 2 for this. I think.
Okay. Please.
Prey one of them, but so Prey is the first one. The other one is the Uncharted franchise.
Oh my. Okay. Oh, you know what? Oh my god, that's actually a great answer.
And if you make me pick the whole franchise, I think you could go for any specific one, but I think like as a whole, and these games are like fairly critically acclaimed, but I don't know if they're, maybe I'm being too, maybe like this isn't guilty enough, right?
Yeah, I guess it's the only aspect of it that isn't like. But I get what you're saying, because when you
like,
really break down the narrative of these stories,
they're not like, they don't knock it out of the park. At least like the third one does after it's paid off. Yes. And like the second one is like, oh man, these set pieces are so cool, but the narrative is the same narrative as the first one really over again, and then the third one's like, that was silly, but we're gonna do the same thing again with our brother. So that's where it feels like narratively it feels like, man, I just love the stories of those games, but I also think lots of people do, so I don't know if that lands as a guilty pleasure well enough.
Yeah, you're right. And that kind of ruins my, because I was gonna say, since we're talking about franchises, I was gonna say the Dishonored franchise. I would say Dishonored 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think are pretty loved. I don't think anyone dislikes them. I just don't think they're talked about a whole lot. Which is kind of where I was coming from as a guilty pleasure. Yeah, what are, I don't know. I like the Uncharted answer though, because like, I don't know, can you really say those narratives are strong? The third one's great. And the fourth one even points out like, what the heck are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is crazy, and like this is kind of like buck wild. Yeah.
But I don't know if it's underrated enough to be a guilty pleasure. Is my worry. That's where Prey comes in, right?
That's where Prey comes in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any others narratives that aren't like Infamous Second Son. Yeah, there you go. Narratives that aren't loved, but we love them.
I like Second Son. It definitely is my favorite.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it definitely was panned pretty hard. But I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was. I liked it. This is harder than I thought. Actually, I thought I had this down, and I'm realizing I had a lot of false confidence going.
Yeah. So I think games that the stories we love, but maybe they aren't like universally loved.
Yeah. Oh, I have one. I have one.
Yeah.
This is a poll. I think a lot of people are not going to know this game. You'll have to Google it. Vanquish. Vanquish was the one where, this is 2000. I want to say 15, but I don't think that's even right. It was the late aughts, early 2010s ish. Very Kojima inspired, which it was where you were in this kind of white mech suit, and you are just flying on your knees. You are like not flying, but you are just like rocking.
Oh, I do remember this game.
You go slow motion. And you're like. And the story was so dumb and wild, but I love that game.
Yeah, I do remember that game. Yeah.
Did you play? You remember playing it?
I don't think I played it, but I remember seeing it, because I remember the movement of it being like blowing me away. Yeah. Of how you're able to move through the space. Yeah. Ooh. That is a good one.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna say it. Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Yeah. That's a great one. Yeah, Revelations.
I like that game.
Revelations, I think, like, I don't know. I think it's because like it has like a satisfying conclusion of that Ezio. Yeah. But yeah, I did really enjoy that game. I also really enjoyed Assassin's Creed 3. A whole lot.
I did too. That's probably a better.
I really loved that game. That is like the very first Assassin's Creed game that I platinumed, because I loved that game so much.
That was good. I liked that game also.
Yeah,
I think that's a game that people also really did not like.
Super hated.
Yeah,
they didn't hate it. They just didn't like it as much.
They just didn't like it.
You're going from you're going from Ezio to somebody who's very different from Ezio. I think that's hard, and you're fully losing Desmond.
I mean, the ending was. I mean, not my favorite ending. I will say that. That really felt hollow. Yeah. Which takes away. I think that's what makes it a guilty pleasure for a lot of people, is that. You enjoyed the narrative of the colonial times, but that present day stuff really sucked.
Yeah, it sure did.
Was a hard one to swallow.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other game.
I know, I'm having such a hard time remembering games that I've played where the narrative I really enjoyed. which shouldn't be hard because that's like literally our whole jam.
What are games that we really hated?
What are games that we really hated? I mean, I think if we hate them, they're not a guilty pleasure, right?
No, that's true. You're right. We like them.
It's that we like them and everybody hates them. I mean, apparently everyone hated God of War because it didn't win Game of the Year.
That was bull crap.
I mean, did it lose to Red Dead other way around?
Baldur's Gate. Was it Baldur's Gate they lost to?
No, I think we're thinking of Ragnarok. I'm thinking of God of War, the original. It was Red Dead 2 and God of War, and didn't one win and the other lost?
I think God of War lost.
Yeah.
They won.
I don't remember.
I think God of War Ragnarok didn't win, and I was really upset about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Which makes sense now. It was Baldur's Gate. But
yeah.
At the time, I didn't play it, so I didn't know. And I still haven't played that much, but I get it. I get why everyone loves it.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. We should play that sometime. That would be so fun.
Yeah. Make our own Tales narrative.
That's right. We'll be our own heroes. Man, I'm trying to think of other games from like my youth that I really loved. I'm really struggling. Right, because
Yoshi's Story.
Yoshi's Story. There you go.
I don't think anyone likes that game, but I
Wind Waker. Who liked Wind Waker? Nobody.
Ryan.
I'm kidding. Everyone loves Wind Waker.
Well, I actually grew up. Here's a hot take. When I was younger, I hated Wind Waker.
Oh no.
For the ending.
Yeah.
But I like it now. I definitely appreciate it more now than I did back then.
Right.
But that definitely was a game that I was really upset about. Super Smash Brothers Brawl. That's not a narrative, but that game typically the least well loved of the Smash Brothers. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I actually have one. Yeah. I think this could be it.
Okay.
If people are down on this game, I only just recently learned people are down on this game, especially comparatively to the other ones around it. Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh yeah, that was like
I love that game.
I haven't played Sunshine, at least not a lot of it, but my cousin had a GameCube and I played it a little bit. And man, what an adorable and cute and charming game that was.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people
That's
didn't
a great
like it.
one. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't know if it's just like I wonder if it's like I'm generalizing in a major way here. I wonder if it's like a generational thing. Like, is it like people who grew up with it loved it, and then people who played it later, or who were older when they played it? Is that
not like it? It's so much fun. I don't know.
It's so fun, and just like jetpacking around.
Yes.
With your and cleaning. It was before Power Wash Simulator, right?
Yes.
It was pre-Power Wash.
Power Wash Simulating. Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good one. That's a really good one. I think that's it. I think you might have found it.
You think so?
I do.
I feel passionately about this. I think Super Mario Sunshine is a good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? You're right, Ryan. This is the right game. Because you want to know why? Nintendo are cowards. They jumped from the Mario movie to going to Mario Galaxy rather than going to Super Mario Sunshine. Rather than having that whole experience and going on a vacation from it, they go to Galaxy. Nintendo.
Yeah, where's your narrative
for
rest?
Yeah. Nintendo, you're cowards. How dare you? Skip Super Mario Sunshine for the movie.
Mario needs a rest. Give him a break.
Yes.
Gosh.
That makes me so mad. That's a good game.
When I think of Super Mario Sunshine, Eric, I don't know if there's this YouTuber called Any Austin. Have you heard of him?
I almost feel like I have recently, actually.
Okay. We can cut all this. He makes the most buck wild YouTube videos where he does like a employment survey of different video games where he goes down and like figures out how many people have jobs and then makes like here's the percentage of unemployed people in this video game, or he does like he went into like a video games and like tries to understand the hydrology of like, man, like how do these rivers work? Does this make sense? He started doing power grids of video games, and he just makes like the weirdest, silliest. And he's great. But he did a employment survey and found out I think the people of Sunshine are 100% employed.
Really?
Yeah. Even though it seems like people are wandering around, those are vacationers, so they wouldn't be counted in the survey. But it's great. Cut all of this, but go check out Any Austin.
No.
He's very fun. His videos are great.
What's it again? Sorry.
Any Austin.
Any Austin?
Yeah, ANYAUSTIN.
Any Austin, okay.
Yeah,
so
he's
check out Any Austin and email Nintendo that they're cowards for not covering Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
is that they're introducing Baby Bowser with the brush from Super Mario Sunshine in Galaxy. Dumb.
Wrong. Absolutely wrong.
Okay, I think that feel good for you for guilty pleasure.
That feels great. This is what a beautiful plate we've created here.
I love it. I don't know.
And
Sunshine.
People who are mad at us, right, for putting things on here, we've put them on our plate. We've not excluded them. We've included these games, right? Yeah. So it's not that we're excluding Deathloop and Ragnarok. We're including them on our plate as, things that should be included on our plate.
Yes.
For reasons.
Please hold the plate up again, Ryan. Show them.
See, and we can superimpose a plate with all the game titles on it.
I'm still learning the Da Vinci Resolve, what it's called. I don't know how to do that. I don't know. I can't do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll try our best.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll just put the image of this. I'll just put this image right here onto your hands.
On my hand.
Figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Image. So here's our Thanksgiving plate.
We've done it.
I don't want to read it all. You heard it all. It's been
you can see
how long
it.
We're recording. There
An hour and 30 minutes.
Hour and 35. Yeah. So you're good. You get it. For the 3 people listening still, thank you so much for listening to another episode or watching another episode of Tales from the Cartridge.
Yes.
As always, send us your thoughts and opinions. What did we get right? 100% of everything, of course. But what did we get wrong? What would you put for best expectation but didn't live up to the hype of what you thought, or best dry narrative, or what was the best short narrative that we couldn't think of, because that was the hardest one, surprisingly. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But let us know. talesfromthecartridge@gmail.com. All the E's are 3's. You'll also find us on Spotify, Instagram, and hopefully TikTok. And I'll try to figure out YouTube Reels soon. It's not the same format as TikTok, and it really drives me crazy.
That's funky. Yeah.
It makes me mad. It's more work. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
But thanks to everybody that reaches out on TikTok. That's super nice of you guys. It's super cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Ryan, I mean, I'll talk to you before Thanksgiving, but I hope you have a great one.
Thanks. You too.
And adopt a turkey. Highly recommend. It's fun. Makes you feel good.
Go for it. Do it.
Animal sanctuaries everywhere. And it makes you feel like a good person, because you are a good person. You're adopting to a turkey in need. That's really cool. And you'll see us before the end of the month, I'm sure. But if not, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Have a good one.
Yeah.
If you celebrate, and if not, enjoy the day.
Yeah.
It's yours.
All of them.
All of them. Thank you, Storygoers, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye. Bye.